Hey, what's up, everybody? It's a Mad Hatter logging back in. We're gonna talk about R. Kelly uh, again. Uh, R. Kelly's back in the media. He's back in the media's attention, the media scope, um, and he's back in the media because he's dating a woman, a 19-year-old woman, reportedly dating a 19-year-old woman who goes by the name Holly Calhoun. She's a pretty looking woman. I can see why dudes want to date her. Um, but R. Kelly's 49, and knowing his history, this is a little weird. Uh, that's a 30-year difference, right? Now, we know R. Kelly has a history of preying on underage girls, and he hasn't been convicted yet. A lot of that stuff has been settled out of court, but, that's an issue. But we also have to look at the fact that this woman he's dating now is 19. She is a woman. So he's not doing anything illegal. Um, and I'll get to at the end of this. I'll kind of bring it back full circle about why the media is real tricky with this shit, right? So critics are saying one thing. Critics are saying is like, what do a 49-year-old man and a 19-year-old woman have in common? My thing is like, what do a man and a woman really have in common? Period. So when it comes to dating, I don't even think the age really matters because people act so childish in relationships anyway. And then like, what do men and women have in common anyway? We don't really have nothing in common with each other. So, and I don't think that you could say like, hey, what does a 49-year-old woman and a 19-year-old man have in common? I don't know. Maybe they have something in common. They like each other. That's enough, right? They want to fuck. Shit. But R. Kelly has a problem. I think we know that. And I think the problem with this, you can make the argument that it's incentivizing his behavior. He needs to get some help. He should be trying to date women his own age. If he don't like dating women his own age, that's fine. Except for, this specific case. If people don't like dating people their own age, that's fine. But it's the fact that R. Kelly keeps going after these young women and girls. I think that's the problem. I think the other problem with this is that this is the problem with our super focus on celebrity culture. I mean, even though R. Kelly has had all this stuff happen to him, for the most part, we're not talking about this. Like, not only are we not talking about it, but he hasn't been punished for any of the stuff that he's done. And part of that is because of his wealth and power, because he's R. Kelly. I mean, look at Bill Cosby, right? Um, but hey, man, he made Trapped in the Closet, dog. You remember that shit? That shit was crazy, man. Had the Isley, one of the Isley brothers, who's it, Ronald Isley. That man, he was putting down some R&B hits. Like he's like an R&B god, man. So I can see why people get so caught up in the kind of godly status that we give these celebrities. I don't like it, but I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. And then the other thing is like, look, man, this woman is 19 years old. She can make her own damn decisions. Like, yeah, R. Kelly is a piece of shit for what he's done, but at the same time, this woman is no better. I mean, you think that she's really that ignorant and no, like the internet, she's not done her own research. People haven't told her this. I mean, look at like all she has to do is type R. Kelly into Google and find this article. So she's responsible for her own actions as well, When it comes to this whole victim and victimee perspective, to a certain extent, especially in relationships, a victim seeks out being a victim. Like I said, in this relationship, I'm talking about this specific relationship, especially like intimate relationships. Not talking about all relationships. Not talking about, child and parent. Not talking about government and citizen. Those are different relationships. I'm talking about intimate and especially sexual relationships. You are choosing who you want to have sex with. R. Kelly is not forcing her to have sex with him. I'm sure she's getting something out of it. She's probably getting a little money. And that, again, that goes to the obsession and this dependency on money, on the quote unquote invisible hand, right? Uh, let's see. So the last thing is like, it is weird though how from a journalistic perspective, people keep bringing up like all of his stuff in the past. Like they look for any excuse to do that. I don't think that it's really journalistically. I don't think the integrity is there. I don't think it's the right thing to do. Essentially, I mean, he's not committing any illegal acts. She's a 19-year-old girl, a woman. Yes, you could give some context to it, but there are like a lot of hit pieces out here looking for any opportunity to bring this up with R. Kelly, especially in this very um, uh, uh, heightened sense-wise, very sensitive society we live in. And I think that, women, especially, women are behind a lot of publications now. So I think that because of that, a lot of things are now being put through their lens, their perspective, which is not a bad thing. Um, so, yeah, I'll leave that there. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, and really quick, I want to talk about too. I talked about this HuffPost interview with R. Kelly. Again, people looking for any excuse to sort of bring this up. That situation was a bit more nuanced, but the Huffington Post, most of you don't know, the entire editorial board is white women, so they're going to look at it from that perspective. Um, and there's also this perspective of white woman versus black man. So keep that in mind. But I'm going to put a link to that in the description. But I want to leave that there. Hope this isn't too long. Let me know what you guys think. Catch you next time.